It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Cardinals and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. We thank you for joining us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It is week 2 of the preseason. Greg, as the coaches get ready for this one, you never know a preseason game was what we were preparing for. There was a focus and intensity after getting on the field for the first time as a unit in week 1.
You're exactly right, Mike. We had an opportunity to meet with these coaches, and from the way they talked, you would have thought this was week 10 of the regular season. And I think really what it boils down to, this is another great opportunity to have your players play in live, full contact, full competitive against another opponent. You don't get a lot of those opportunities nowadays in practice, and both these coaches want to take advantage of this opportunity here today.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
And remember now, Mike, since they made the schedule change, this week 2 of the 3-week preseason is really the opportunity to have a dress rehearsal for a lot of these starters. We see them get more game opportunities and game reps, all in preparation for week 1 to kick off. But for the rest of the team, there's the guys looking to fight for roles. There's a lot of guys just looking to fight to make the roster. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Here comes Smith on the return. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
So you find yourself on the verge of your drive stalling out, and not only do you pick up the 1st down, Mike, but you get a huge pass completion in the process. Really nice job keeping this opening drive of the game alive, as they're really trying to start this game on a high note.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. And with that, let's take a look at the draft class from back in April. And this organization feels like they were able to address some holes and take some guys with upside that they feel can be big-time contributors in the years to come. Back to throw. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And not much there. Down to about the 13. Second down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. He'll drop to throw. That is caught.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught! Wow, the decision to go pays off. Touchdown, Ravens. The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Sending a receiver right. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. This one complete right side. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Ravens bring their punt team out. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Cards offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Drive will start on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then they say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. Second and 7. Now a give on the ground. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. They motion a receiver right. Now on 3rd and 2. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Ravens has it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Quick throw, taken in.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a third down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work, and nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. This one caught at the 4. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable with Reed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
What did he tell us during the week, Mike? He says, I want to get more involved in the passing game. And I'll tell you what, I can understand why he feels that way. I mean, to take that intermediate throw and turn it into a big explosive play, they got to continue to get that guy the ball.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Calais Campbell, the longtime veteran, in there to bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he's not going to be able to get away. Might lose a yard. They've got him back at the 2. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Ravens will get out in front, 17-7. Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Going right sideline and complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you and Greg in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Roster spots are going to be won or lost depending on these next 2 quarters. So let's get back to it as I'll hand it back over to Mike and Greg. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. The motion man here is Woods. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's got a receiver. That's Woods. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here comes Allen. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Taylor looking to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. Now a give up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Cardinals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Ravens 24, Cardinals 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. Back to throw is Taylor. Catch made. That's Woods. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll run with Allen. He will have a Ravens 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, Taylor. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Ravens sending the punt team out there. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Thrown left side. The catch is made.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll send him over to the left. They'll look to throw. This one is caught by Reed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So both teams trade. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Williams in motion. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. On the give, it's Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On first down, right back to Williams. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Reed is the motion man here. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Brown now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Here's Taylor. That's right side and brought in by Williams. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
Brings up third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is second down and 5. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Back to the air one more time. The open man is Reed. He's got it. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
They'll come up now for second down. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. They'll try again here. It's second and 10.
Let's go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late. Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained, and I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Yeah. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. So, 4 quarters, not enough to find a winner. Both teams plenty to chew on before the regular season gets going. But for now, thankfully, with the rule implemented back in 2021, the game ends here. No overtime in the preseason, so this game will end as a tie. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson.